welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana if you're new, and I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids, and I'm fairly new to YouTube. I've been doing it for about 8 months, so I'm still kind of learning the ropes and all that. But on my channel, I like to share homemaking content, lots of cleaning, mom life. I am just here to motivate other homemakers. I don't have it all figured out, but I love the encouragement that I get from YouTube, and so I want to help other moms and homemakers on YouTube. So I do post a new video every week. And so for today's video, it's kind of going to be, I think, like a hard reset. Last week was a soft reset, and I just did like a relaxed clean. I wasn't trying to get into it and like get my house super clean. But today I do want to do a little bit of deep cleaning. I want to clean like my kitchen windows and the windowsills. I'm hoping to deep clean my carpet in the living room, and then just do some general cleaning and get ready for the weekend. So if you need any motivation, I hope that I can help you with that today, and let's get started.
I go anywhere with you, 'cause you feel my mind, or you feel my...
Okay guys, for this cleaning reset, we are starting in the kitchen. I really wanted to get to my blinds and my windows, but I first wanted to get the kitchen to baseline, and so I needed to clean up from breakfast, and I also just wanted to tidy up like the stove and appliances. As you can see, the kids are eating their second breakfast, so I needed to do the dishes from that and just tidy everything up, and then I'll feel comfortable moving on to the deep cleaning and tackling some more neglected areas in my kitchen.
With you by my side, with you by my side. Though we've only met, let me dive into your ocean with my heart open. When the world is on your shoulders and you feel like falling over, just come a little closer. I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. 'Cause when we are together, I know you feel the tension. Just let me in your head so I can be there for you, there for you. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me till we fall asleep? The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me till we fall asleep? The night is young. The night is young. We do it on repeat.
So I wanted to show you guys the coffee that we've been drinking. It's called Kicking Horse, or the brand is called Kicking Horse. And then the one that we've been getting is the Smartass one. But we've been getting this particular flavor from them because for this big bag, it's $25, and it's 2.2 pounds. So, but we've been getting this one because it's organic. We were trying a lot of different organic ones, and so far I do seem to like this one. But before I put this away, I want to clean out my coffee cupboard. This is where we keep like our electrolytes and like protein and stuff like that. And then of course our coffee and the grinder and all that. So I haven't taken everything out and wiped down in here in a little while. So it's definitely dirty. So I'm gonna take everything out, we're gonna wipe it out really quick, and then we'll put everything back, including our coffee.
I don't take no chances, fill up all the blanks with lemons, sprinkled ice. Please don't ask me twice. Rhythm got me bouncing, bottles got me crashing. Don't you know? Don't you know that I'm just in it for the thrill of it? I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. We're moving to a drowning idea. I'm just in it for the thrill of it. I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. Drowning idea. I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the high life, just the high feel living in the high life drift, just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the high life, just the high feel living in the high life drift, just the high life twist on the high life. DJ got me twisted, liquid got me distant.
So I put the stuff we use the most down here on the bottom. We have our ground coffee here, our electrolytes. Nico needs these every day during the summer. His creatine that he takes every morning. I keep our garage door openers right there. We don't actually park in the garage, so we don't need those in the cars or anything, but we have them there. And then Nico's protein, coffee grinder, and our coffee in the back there. And then some stuff we don't need very often. That's sugar in that little jar there, and we don't really need it, but if we have guests that like to have coffee or like to have sugar with their coffee, that's what that's for. And then some more electrolytes for when Nico runs out of his other one. I love having this little cupboard here. It's so convenient to have this little skinny cupboard because it's not really, I mean, you can't put too much in it, but it's perfect for our little like electrolytes and protein and coffee and stuff. And then it's right next to the coffee pot, and I don't know, I just really like this little cupboard. Here, bud, will you take this knife out of here? Yes. I got it. Thank you. So now I'm gonna move on to some of the flat surfaces, wipe down the counters, and I'm gonna clean my stove too. And I wanted to give a shout out to Babyface Gaming 101 and Brunella Hegg. Thank you guys for helping me with my stove and showing me how to take my knobs off. And I was so excited to take the knobs off and clean it. This day was the first day that I had ever taken them off and cleaned my stove underneath. I had tested it when they told me how to do it, but I hadn't actually done it yet. I didn't actually clean it. I just like tried it to see if they'd come off, and it worked, and I was so excited. So this day was the first day that was ever cleaned underneath the knobs, and it was pretty greasy. So we're first going to scrub the top here, and then we're going to remove the knobs and clean the faceplate of the stove. So this is what it looks like underneath the knobs. It was so greasy and so gross, and it was so satisfying. It was like taking your bra off. It was so nice to move those out of the way and be able to clean underneath. And I just mean the level of annoyance that these knobs were for me was the same level as a bra. It was that annoying. I wanted to take those babies off. So and I knew that there was stuff underneath, so I'm so happy that I know how to do that now, and it was so satisfying to wipe this down and know that it's actually clean underneath and not have those knobs in the way. So next, I'm getting some water going. I'm going to boil this so that I can put it in the microwave and then I can let it steam that way. I have found this works so much better than putting water into the microwave and microwaving it and waiting until it's boiling and then waiting again for it to steam everything. Boil it on the stove and then stick it in the microwave, and it is so much better, so much faster. And I know that once I set that timer with the water in there that everything is working, and after 15 or so minutes you can take it out and wipe everything out. And then another subscriber of mine also told me about putting lemon in there, so I am going to do that this time. I have used lemon before, but I didn't the last time, and she is so right. I do need to put that in here. It just helps freshen everything up, and there's nothing cleaner than the lemon smell, so we're going to add some lemon in here also. And that subscriber was Gabrielle Cussin 1400. Thanks, girl. Thank you so much for that reminder. So while the microwave was getting nice and steamy, I moved on to the kitchen table. This needed a really good wipe down, and one of my kids, I'm not going to say which, particularly likes to use the side of the table as a napkin. So one side of the table is a little bit dirtier than the other, but all sides definitely needed a good wipe down. So I'm going to come in here, wipe these down, wipe down the chairs just a little bit. Some of the backs of the chairs had a little bit of food on them too, so we are going to wipe those down, and then we'll move on to the microwave and we'll get that all wiped out. Alright, so now it's on to the microwave, and I'm trying to show you with the door there. It's nice and steamy. I love doing it this way. It works so much better than the other way, and I did it the other way for so long, and I'm glad that I tried this because I love it. Everything wipes out so much better than just heating water in the microwave. It's so awesome. It just wipes right out. But we're going to finish wiping out this microwave, and then we're going to move on to the windows. So here are my kitchen blinds. These were a hot mess. I have been looking at these every time we eat dinner, every time I look out the window, and they're just so dirty. There's so much grease and so much dust. And no, I don't come in here and clean my blinds as often as I should. So these were really dirty. And I used to have one of those little blind cleaners, but honestly, I don't think it would have worked. These were just so dirty. I needed a bowl of hot water, hot soapy water, lots of Dawn dish soap to really cut through the grease and get these clean. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wipe down these blinds. And this was awesome. This really freshened up my kitchen. My kitchen looks so much brighter. They're so white compared to the color that they were before. And even Nico was telling me, he's like, I've been looking at them like, Diana needs to clean these blinds. They were pretty bad. So I went through a few bowls of water to clean these blinds. These big ones especially, I changed the water 3 times, and the water was equally as dirty every time. now I'm doing a quick wipe down of these smaller blinds here. This was actually a newer set. The last set we had broke, and so these were fairly new, so they weren't that dirty. So we're finally moving on to the windowsills. It had definitely been a minute since I had cleaned these. They were very dusty. There was lots of little dead bugs in there, and I wanted to wipe out these windows here. So we are going to clean in here, and I am going to use my Bissell Steam Shot. I'm a little afraid of it. I'm definitely one of those people that's afraid of loud noises, and the fact that it's like steamy, I'm always afraid it's gonna blow up in my hand. But anyway, we're gonna use that, and I do love it though. It gets everything really clean. There's nothing like hot water. It just loosens everything up, and it makes it so easy to wipe out. And this really needed it because it was kind of like mud in there. Lots of silty dirt in there because out here in Arizona, we do get like the haboobs, the giant walls of dust, and it's just dusty in general. So there is lots of silty dust in here that had turned into mud. So this thing worked perfectly to get it all out. I love when areas like this are really clean because even though they're forgotten, even though nobody really sees them, you know that they're dirty, you know that they need to be cleaned. And so just for peace of mind, I like when areas like this are nice and clean. If no one's told you lately, what you're doing at home every day really does matter. And it's not always exciting, a lot of it goes unnoticed, but keeping things running and showing up for your family, making your space feel like a home, that's real, honorable work. You don't need to do it perfectly, just being consistent, being present, that is more than enough, and you're doing better than you think. Keep doing the next best thing each day, and you'll keep that home happy and thriving.
Search and pray. Sweet talking dirty on the floor. Look like an honest copy paste. Swarm around my head, look the way he goes. Buzzing like he thinks that he's my hero. Thinking of taking a break, shutting it down to refresh. Honey, it's all for the better. Oh no. So spit it out to my face. It's okay. I've been busy working late, unrehearsed in my face, like repeating.
So now I'm moving on to the smaller window and the track in here, and I'm going to do the same thing over to this one and get all the dirt and clean it out. And these screens that are here, these are actually sun screens. These are the types of screens that block sunlight, and it's a love-hate relationship for me. We really needed to get them because it was so hard to keep our house cool in the summer. It always felt really hot, and our AC was working overtime to keep it cool, and it just wasn't working very well. So we invested in sunscreens, and they're the ones that block light. And since we did that, it's been much easier to help keep our house cool in the summertime. But the trade-off is that I don't get a lot of natural light in the house. It filters a lot of light, and so our house is pretty dark. I wish that when I open the windows I could just let in a lot of light, but unfortunately I can't, and so I can't have houseplants because they just die. We don't get enough natural sunlight. But just wanted to mention that. And then I don't know how I've never noticed. I honestly have never noticed that it was so dusty all the way up the wall to the ceiling right here. I don't know if it has something to do with the air vent, but just like this section of the kitchen right here was extremely dusty. So I did dust it all down, and then I figured I might as well dust the upper windows as well. Yeah, lots of dust in the kitchen. And so now I'm moving on to the living room. Naturally, you know, as you're cleaning one room of the house, the kids are hanging out and making a mess in another room. So I needed to tidy up the living room just a little bit, and then I'll get into the deep cleaning in here. So I'm just gonna pick up the trash and, you know, the crumbs and the bowls, and then I'm gonna do a quick vacuum.
This town is quiet when it's late here. This town is quiet when the night is getting close. I'm outside, gonna stay here. I'm outside until you tell me to stop. I'm being so dramatic. I'm always being so dramatic. This town is quiet when it's late here. This town is quiet.
So now we are moving on to the carpet in the living room. I've been wanting to deep clean this for a while. It was grungy, it was grody, it was so dirty, but I also would just really like to think that my carpets and my couches and all that, they're not actually this dirty. It's just that my rug doctor is this awesome. So that's why this much dirt comes out. But I did do 3 passes on this. I did 2 passes of soap and just cleaned it. And then I always do 1 pass, just a rinse pass to get out any residual soap. So this was the 2nd pass, and this was the 3rd pass. Still really, really dirty. Now to finish up the living room, we are going to wipe everything down, get the dirty fingerprints off of this TV stand, and then I'm also going to wipe down the TV and just do a really quick dust in here. And then once we're done with this room, we're going to move on to the guest bathroom. So this is the hall bathroom. I needed to clean the mirrors, wipe down the sinks. There was also some rust in this sink, not pink mold, but rust. And we think it's because Nico grinds metal sometimes out in the backyard. So those metal shavings get in the sand and everything. And then when the kids track in dirt, or they have like dirt or I guess little pieces of metal on their hands or whatever, they wash their hands in this sink. The kids all use just the one sink on the left for everything. So that sink over there, it gets little pieces of metal and then it starts to rust. So to get rid of the rust, I have been using baking soda and vinegar. And Nico's told me, and I've looked it up, it does just turn to, I think it said salt water. It just turns to like a salt water and they counteract each other. But I will say that the vinegar and the baking soda work on the rust, but possibly it's just the vinegar, because I know that vinegar can kill rust. So maybe that's all it is, and I just think that the baking soda is helping. But I did put baking soda and vinegar in there. I just forgot to film it. So that is sitting in there, and I'm going to wipe down the sinks, and we're going to clean the toilet, and we are just going to freshen up the bathroom.
This is the time. Look into your eyes. I look into
So now I'm cleaning the toilet, and yes, I do use an old school toilet wand, but I remember using like the Clorox toilet wand, and I didn't love the way it cleaned like under the rim of the toilet. Like it just felt like it was hard to clean underneath it with the brush. I wish they would make those in like a round shape, more like a traditional toilet wand shape. I think that would clean a toilet really well, but I remember cleaning the toilet with it and not loving the way it cleaned under there. Like I felt like it couldn't clean under the rim very well, but I don't know, maybe I need to try that again and see how I feel about it these days. And then I wipe out the rust. Now the bathroom's nice and clean, and I do have to say I don't love cleaning the bathrooms. That's probably one of my least favorite chores. And on the subject, what is your least favorite chore? So another thing on my list for this hard cleaning reset was getting my floors done. I love to have clean floors, and especially after I just cleaned the carpet in the living room, I really wanted to get these carpets nice and clean so the kids weren't tracking stuff from the house onto the clean carpet. And I had just went around and did a really quick pickup of the floors so that I could sweep and mop. And I actually just washed my mop head for this. I had washed my mop head this morning, so I'm gonna have a nice and fresh mop head. So do any of you guys have the O-Cedar with the dual like water buckets? I have been thinking about that, and I was kind of like intrigued by it. But then Nico was like, isn't it just like it's still going to be dirty because you're sticking the dirty mop in it? And then I was thinking about it a little bit more, and I'm like, maybe it is kind of the same. It's just you have two buckets. But do any of you guys have one of those? Do you like it? Does it seem to work good? It seems in theory like, yes, like that would work much better than just dipping your dirty mop into the same water. But since you have to dip your dirty mop into the clean water to get it wet again, does it kind of just do, you know what I mean, cross-contaminate anyways, and you don't notice much of a difference. But let me know, do you have one of those? Do you like it? Because I was definitely intrigued by that. So this was much later. After I did the floors, I stopped and I gave the kids a bath and we made dinner, and then I took my shower, and I wanted to finish up the night with getting my towels folded and put away, and then I wanted to get some laundry done, and I kind of just pushed through it. I really just wanted to sit down and be done, but I also just really wanted to get it done. Sometimes I make lists for myself and I just want to get them done, and I didn't want to have to do this stuff tomorrow. I just love when basically everything really pressing is done. I just wanted to be caught up, and tomorrow, Saturday, I was gonna wake up and just feel so relaxed, nothing pressing to do, just hang out and do whatever we feel like doing, have a really slow morning, enjoy my coffee, sit on the couch with the kids. And so I just really wanted to get this done. So after the kids were in bed, I did finish folding this laundry. And again, the girls do their own laundry, so I just am throwing those to the side. I have 2 baskets at the foot of the bed, one for each girl, and I just get them separated. But yeah, I still do all my laundry, all of us together. we just keep like a basket. There's usually one by the laundry room. There's one there for random clothes throughout the week that need to get tossed in. And then I'll have a basket in my bedroom, and all of our clothes, all of them go together, and I just wash them all together. And I know a lot of people separate them and maybe it makes it easier, but I don't have to fold it all anyways. I don't really care. I'll just do it all together. Again, like I've said before, folding laundry, it always gets pushed to the side, but I almost look at it like relaxing just because I get to like just sit down and like just do this easy little task. So I do, I don't love laundry. I'm not great at it, but I don't mind folding it. And it is nice to like sit down and do something kind of easy. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I love that I've been meeting so many nice new people, and I really appreciate your feedback and your time, and it all just means so much to me. But if you're new, I would love it if you'd subscribe, and I will catch you guys back here next week.